Yeah, did you know that Timecop was based off of a comic book? Well, it was, sorta. There's a comic called Timecop, but in this case, it's like they basically bought the name and the vague concept of it, but made their own movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme is Max Walker, a cop who becomes a time cop because now that time travel has been invented, that's kind of needed. In the movie, you can go into the past and you can come back, but you can't go into the future because it hasn't happened yet. Fair enough. Anyway, the issue is that time travelers go back to the past to make money, which can cause ripples that can catastrophically alter the present. One example is seen when someone goes back in time to the Civil War and steals a bunch of Confederate gold, then uses it to buy arms for terrorists in the present. The Timecop division is to stop things like that from happening. Max's wife tries to talk him out of this, but then she winds up caught up in the crossfire when his house is attacked and blown up and she dies. Max becomes a time cop, and years later, he has to go after his own partner who goes back in time to make money on the stock market during the Depression by knowing exactly what will happen to which stocks. He's succeeding, but Max arrests him. He refuses to give up his employer or say anything in his own defense, and he's executed. Max believes that there is a lot more to this and that they've lost their best lead, and he's right. A politician is using time travel to alter events to gain more power in the present by eliminating rivals before they can even be rivals, and even influencing his own past by approaching his younger self, something that is an even bigger no-no. It turns out that this guy, McComb, is responsible for a lot that's already happened due to abusing time travel, and Max has to race to finish the case as he is actively taking apart the time travel division. Timecop can be kind of confusing, but so is Van Damme's accent, so it's all good. Timecop is usually seen today as the perfect example of mid-90s nonsense movies. The kind of crap that went over well back when everybody was into dumb shit like friendship bracelets, but would never hold up today. But I think that aside from dating itself with early CGI, it's not a bad film. Timecop is, for better or worse, Van Damme's best movie. Now that says some sad things about his body of work, but the fact is that once you get past how often they find excuses for him to do a split, it's a pretty entertaining movie. It's not the best time travel movie out there, but it's a lot better than some complete nonsense like Timeline. If you haven't seen it, give it a shot. It may be a bit better than you heard. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It's dated, but it has its strengths, and it isn't as silly as it could have been.